So I don't know about you, but sometimes I find that when I'm looking to manifest something into my life and I start consuming so much content from so many different manifestation content creators on TikTok, on YouTube, all of them telling me how to do this magical technique, and then overnight everything that you want is going to manifest. Sometimes I find that then when I put my phone down, I might feel a little bit inspired, but more than anything, I think it leaves me feeling very lost, very overwhelmed, and it doesn't necessarily work for me. But here's what I've found does work for me, okay? If I look at my own manifestation journey and I look at what has helped me, like the broad brush strokes, if I zoom out and look at everything that I've manifested into my life, what are the day-to-day things that I do that has helped me to manifest the quality of life that I have now? And the truth is, it hasn't come from consuming hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of loads and loads and loads of different people's manifestation videos. Okay, I do have a select couple of creators that I like to watch, but when you boil it all down, this is the truth. I've been able to manifest all of the things into my life especially when I'm taking care of my energy. Okay? So when I wake up, the times when my life is flowing and I'm feeling my best and I'm feeling calm and at peace and living in love rather than living in fear, when I'm feeling inspired and I'm feeling productive and I take action and things actually happen from the action that I'm taking, when I'm in that place, I know that it's because I've been taking care of my energy. And that looks like waking up in the morning and not immediately grabbing my phone and scrolling for a start. I wake up and I'm very aware that these first few moments of my day matter. They determine what kind of day I'm going to have based on what I do with those first few moments of the day. So instead of scrolling through social media, I take my pick from a number of my favorite energy tools that help me to decide what version of myself the world is going to experience today, rather than consuming loads of stuff which then impacts who I feel like being that day. So my favorite energy tools include, I have my scripting letter by my bed. It's not a quick fix. It is something that I have as part of my long-term lifestyle. My scripting letter is a thank you letter that I've written to the universe, thanking the universe for all of the things that I am calling in, but the letter is written as if these things have already happened. And I read that letter first thing in the morning. That influences my focus, my energy, how I'm feeling. When I read the letter, I let the letter make me feel like the version of myself that already has it now. And so that is influencing the version of me that's going to show up today. So scripting letter is one of them. Also, quite simply, just going out in nature, being outside, starting my day. I did some Pilates and yoga here this morning. And I'm very blessed now to be able to call this my home. At the moment, we've manifested living in Spain. And so it really is a massive dream come true, a massive blessing for this to be my environment. But for years it wasn't. But I had my garden in London, and even when it was cold sometimes or dark, right, I would still feel better when I would step out for a few minutes into nature or go for a walk around my street. So getting outside, getting that perspective change from just being inside your house, being inside your bedroom, is a massive energy lifter. Another one which I'm obsessed with right now, I'm just giving you my energy tools so that you can add them to your toolkit, and you can take your pick every morning of which tools you're going to lean on to get yourself feeling amazing instead of diving into a scroll hole on social media. The one that I'm obsessed with right now is breath work. Every single morning at the moment, I'm following one guided breathwork track. It's on Spotify. I'll share the link below if I remember. If I don't remember, let me know in the comments and I will add it afterwards. It is game-changing. There are so many health benefits to breathwork, but I also find that from an energy point of view, it helps me to feel grounded. It helps me to release and let go of any negative energy that's been lurking in my body, and it creates space for me. Imagine, instead of being in a place, and this is the key between feeling stuck, feeling frustrated, feeling like nothing that you want is manifesting, to feeling like life is magical and everything that you touch turns to your wildest dreams. When you are living from a place where you have space in your head, right? Your mind isn't whizzing around and overthinking and doubting and worrying about everyone's opinions, and instead you feel safe, you feel at peace, and your mind is relatively clear, then guess what happens? When you have more space, you have more space to let in more beautiful things. When you create more space, you can hear more signs and synchronicities from the universe. You can hear God's whispers, right? Your best idea will come to you and you will hear it and you will feel safe enough to execute it, to act upon it. Compared to, you feel the difference between that wonderful place where your root chakra feels grounded, you are solid in who you are, you feel safe, you know you're not going to blow away. That's a good feeling. You compare that to when you are doubting yourself, you're worrying about if things will happen for you, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling impatient, overthinking, you're procrastinating, you're frustrated with yourself because you're not taking action on anything, and then you're frustrated that your life isn't moving forward. You're literally watching yourself self-sabotage like a car crash in slow motion. All of those negative things that I just said are when you are in a dysregulated nervous system, place of fear. Your root chakra is not grounded at all. You've been consuming way too much of other people's energy and you haven't been taking care of your own energy enough. Another tool that can help you with taking care of your energy, I'm adding them to the list here. We've done scripting, we've done going out in nature, we've done breath work, of course, meditation. Now, if you struggle with meditation, I've got a bunch of guided meditations on YouTube that will help, but also sometimes on the days when I feel like my mind just can't slow down, do breath work first. Do Pilates and yoga first. Then it is much easier to lie or sit in stillness for 10 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes after that point. Now, if the idea of facing yourself is scaring you at the moment, if this idea of creating more space, quieting your mind so you can really be present with your thoughts, if that's actually kind of a bit triggering for you right now and you feel like you find some comfort in constantly distracting yourself with other things, then that might indeed be a sign that there is some healing to do. And I want to let you know that I've felt that fear before. I know that it can feel scary sometimes, but on the other side of that fear is everything that you want. The life that you want, the health and the body that you want, the relationships that you want, the success in your business or your career that you want, the freedom to be able to have a life where maybe you work less but you have more money coming in. Let me make one thing very clear. All of those things are on the other side of the limiting beliefs and the fears and the doubts and the self-sabotage that is holding you away from those things. You know, often we don't stay consistent with the very simple things that would help us to manifest the life of our dreams, or we don't let ourselves go for the opportunity, or we don't respect our body enough to eat it healthily, or we don't open ourselves up to those amazing relationships because there's some healing that needs to be done, because we are still holding on to a story that it's not safe for us to be loved, or that we're not good enough to go for that thing, or that people like us can't manifest that kind of achievement. And for as long as we are living, avoiding looking at the one thing that's blocking our blessings, our life will continue to stay at the same level and you will continue to feel stuck. I have personally found that every time in my life when I've wanted to elevate myself, no pun intended, I just felt like standing up at that point. But at every point in my journey when I've really felt like, right, okay, enough, I'm ready to rise up to my next level in life, there's always been a little bit of uncomfortable healing work required where I've let go of some emotions that were holding me back. It happened in the form for me of, I would feel these emotions come up, and one of my mentors says to me, if it's coming up, it's coming out. If you're feeling that anger, that sadness, that overwhelm, that frustration, that hurt, that betrayal, let it out. Get it out of your body. For as long as it continues to live and live and live and live inside of your body, it just stays like this invisible force stopping us every single day, where we can't quite see what it is, but it's definitely there holding us back. Do you know what I mean? I'm just suggesting this. I'm not forcing anyone to do this. You can do this if you want to. You can decide to heal if and when you want to. You can seek professional help to guide you through that process. Of course, I'm not, suggesting that you need to go through any of this on your own, but I'm just talking from my personal experience, the times when I've let go of and released the things that were holding me back and healed from them. Afterwards, I felt so much lighter and freer. Like all of a sudden this thing didn't have a grasp on me anymore. It didn't have a control over my life anymore, and that I could make the moves I wanted to make, that I felt safer in myself, that I felt safer in life to be able to move forwards and pursue the things that I wanted to pursue without fear holding me back. And there's always levels and new layers to this, and I'm not perfectly healed, and I don't know if I ever will be. But I'm just sharing from my personal experience of having dedicated a lot of time and energy to my personal growth and transformation, what has worked for me. What does it all boil down to? What's the real juice, the real stuff that actually will help you go from where you are to where you want to get to? And it's not necessarily, hunting for the next magic trick on YouTube where someone says to you, whisper this prayer and all of your wildest dreams will come true. That, in my opinion, I don't know if that works. I don't know if it's sustainable either, because if you want to manifest a next quality of life, guess what? A next quality level of you is required to not only manifest it, but to sustain it and to feel worthy of it rather than throwing it away because you don't actually feel that you deserve it. Does that make sense? All of this stuff that I'm talking about, this is what I guide my students through inside of our Align community. So Align is a program that I have created. It's my signature manifestation program. Within that program, we have women from all over the world who are the kind of woman who knows how powerful she is, but wants some support and wants some love and wants some guidance and wants some energy tools to help her to heal and release what's been holding her back in life, and transform herself into the version of herself that she's always wanted to be, so that she can then boldly move forwards in life, so that she can get her next quantum leap, so that she can start turning those things that have been dreams for a long, long time into her reality. So if that resonates with you, if you're watching this and you're like, ding, 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 that's me, I'm that kind of woman, then perhaps you saw this for a reason. Maybe Align is the manifestation coaching program and community for you. If you want to find out more about it, I will put a link in the description below. If you got some value from this video, if this struck a chord with you, let me know in the comments. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Until next time, bye.